Fancy Nancy, stellar stargazer. Oops. Greetings and salutations, fellow Earthlings. That's fancy for hi, everybody here on good old planet Earth. Is anything more magnificent than a dark sky filled with twinkling, shimmering, glittering stars? My dad and I both love to stargaze. Gazing is way fancier than just looking at something. And tonight, for the very first time, I will get to sleep outside under the stars. Keep your fingers crossed that it's a clear night. Love, Nancy. We are eating al fresco, that's fancy for outside, and waiting for the sky to grow dark. My little sister is so impatient. She keeps tugging on my arm and asking, "Where are the stars? I want stars." So I tell Jojo, a star is out right now. She thinks I'm teasing, but I'm not. Because guess what? The sun is a star. It's much closer than any other star. That's why it looks so big. During the day, its bright light blocks out all the other stars. The other stars are always up there in the sky. We just can't see them until the sun sets and the sky is dark. Stellar fact, the sun is only a medium-sized star. Millions of other stars are bigger. They look small because they are so far away. Can you wish on the sun? Jojo asks. It is a star after all, so why not? We close our eyes and say, "Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have this wish, I wish tonight." Warning to all stargazers, never ever look right at the sun, even if you're wearing glamorous sunglasses or using binoculars. It will damage, that is fancy for hurt, your eyes. Stellar secret. I wished for something extra special to appear in the sky. Now Jojo sees the moon, and she wants to wish on that too. No, you can't, I tell her. That's definitely against the rules because the moon isn't a star. But it's shining, Jojo says. So I draw a picture to help her understand. The moon is made of rock. It can't shine on its own. Light from the sun reflecting off the moon makes it look like it's shining. Understand? Guess what? You could lie under the moon for hours and hours and never get a moonburn. Yep. Hey, I say to my sister, want to pretend we are astronauts going to the moon? We go get our spacesuits, and soon we are ready to blast off. Stellar fact, it takes 3 whole days for a spaceship to reach the moon. Now we count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! When we land, we breathe through our tanks because there's no air on the moon. On the moon, it is boiling hot during the day and freezing cold at night. There's no in-between, but our spacesuits protect us. Stellar fact. From the moon, astronauts can see Earth. The oceans and clouds make it look like a gorgeous blue and white marble. We go exploring. All we can see are rocks and dust. Everything is gray or brown, which are my least favorite colors. Isn't it dreary? I say to astronaut Jojo. Dreary is fancy for dark and ugly. So, is anything fun on the moon? Turn the page to find out. Yes! On the moon, you don't walk, you bounce. It's like being on a trampoline. Boing, boing, boing. Spaceships don't have ovens, so we can't cook. No problem. I brought along a bag of real astronaut ice cream that I bought on a class trip to the planetarium. Real astronauts eat this stuff. We pour on some chocolate sauce and voila! It's an outer space sundae. We plant a flag just like the first man on the moon did. Their flag is still there. Yep. Astronaut Jojo and I drive a lunar vehicle, that's fancy for a moon car, back to our spaceship. We are ready to return home. Greetings and salutations, fellow Earthlings, I say when we land. Welcome back. See any aliens? My dad asks. My dad is teasing. There are no aliens. That's fancy for space creatures. When the moon is full, you can sort of see a face. That's why people say there's a man in the moon. Here is my drawing. I made the man in the moon a lady. Très fancy lady. Because of the way the sun shines on the moon, it looks different every night. Tonight, it looks like a skinny banana. That's called a crescent moon. Every night, the moon appears a little bigger until it's a full moon. Then it starts shrinking all the way back down to a crescent moon again. Oh la la, a few stars are out. North Star. They really do look like diamonds in the sky, just like it says in Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Right away, I locate, that's fancy for find, the North Star. Stellar fact. Stars come in different colors. There are blue stars, yellow stars, and red stars. Long ago, sailors could tell which way their ship was going by looking for the North Star. Finding your way by starlight sounds so romantic. Ooh, my dad and I tried to locate some constellations. They are groups of stars that make a picture like a connect the dots puzzle. There are bears and dogs, swans and whales. I love the legends, that's a fancy word for stories, about constellations. So there's Cassiopeia the queen, and Cephas the king, and Cygnus the queen, the swan. There's the Little Dipper, and Auriga, and Gemini, and Cancer the crab, and Canis Minor, and the Big Dipper, and Corona Borealis, and Lyra, and Hercules, and Virgo, and Leo the lion. So many. The easiest constellation to find is the Big Dipper. A dipper is like a big spoon. See the Big Dipper right there? Right near the North Star. This is a book about star stories. My library book, it says. One of the most famous constellations is called the Hunter. The Hunter's name is Orion. You might say it like this, Orion. You say it like that. He can be seen in the cold months. He was handsome and brave, but he bragged all the time. We are having trouble finding any consolation because, big clouds are moving across the sky. It will probably clear up, Dad says, and while we wait, I make up my own constellation. I call it the Diamond Tiara. I tell my dad, long ago, a beautiful princess named Nanette fell in love with a commoner. I explained to him that that's a fancy word for someone who isn't royal. The legend of the Diamond Tiara. Dashing, ooh la la. Who, me? The king wouldn't let Nanette marry him. One day she ran away. No, I'm out of here. She wore plain, ugly clothes so she wouldn't look like a princess. Only she forgot one thing. She still had on her diamond tiara. The palace guards nearly caught her. The second Nanette got outside, she took off her tiara and threw it up, up, up into the sky where it joined the other stars. The end. That's a wonderful legend, my dad says. Did she find the commoner and get married? May we? All my stories have happy endings. It is very cloudy and windy now. My mom takes Jojo inside, but I am determined to camp out overnight. Determined means I am sticking it out no matter what. My dad makes a fire and we roast marshmallows. It is cozy in my sleeping bag. I hear raindrops plip-plopping on our tent. My dad says it wasn't a stellar night for stars, but we had fun. The next thing I know, it's morning and Dad wakes me up shouting, "Quick, come look." Ooh la la, my wish came true. Something extra special is in the sky. I think rainbows are just as magnificent as stars. Don't you? Look at that pretty rainbow. That's the story of Nancy's story of Stellar Stargazer. I hope you enjoyed that.